God, don't look down on me. My life has fallen to pieces. Loneliness drowning me. Death brings me true to the secrets. My enemies will die tonight. I think that I will be just fine. Demons converse inside my mind. Thought she would bring an end to my anxiousness. Take my breath away. Pain.
Welcome everyone to the Best Damn Podcast. I am your host, John Keane. As always, I would like to thank you guys for joining me. Ask that you please add, follow, and check us out. www.spreaker.com/user/Best Damn Podcast. Also, check out the Best Damn Podcast.tv. Follow me, Instagram, Best Damn Podcast, Twitter, The Real Best Damn, and wherever you're watching from, please make sure to subscribe, follow, hit the like, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and share this link. Share it, get it out there, that way new people can find us, and keep in mind, reviewer powered. So if you'd like to donate support to the channel, links in the description below. We are at the start of a new month. Hook us up. PayPal, Venmo, Patreon, Cash App, Facebook Messenger Pay. Also, get access to exclusive content. Let's see who we have. He was notified of everything. That is magical right there. Let's see what we have in here. Professor B, Lower Class Citizen, Know Thyself, Sherry Monday over on Facebook Live, Carol Dryling, Jocks Renew, Mandy, hello, hey, how's it going, guys? Tote 777, Antenna, I feel like I knew who that person is. James Dunn, Patty Statler, Vlogs, Gaming and Music, Count Wilhelm, cool name, guys. Thank you so much. Thomas Glenn Ledbetter. Awesome, guys. I appreciate all of you. Alan Anderson, Brian Harris, Eric Ibu Elliott. Cool, guys. Doreen Eads. I'm sorry. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Stool Purger. How are you guys doing tonight? I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful new year. Happy New Year to everybody out there in YouTube land. I feel like I haven't made a video in a while. You know what I mean? I feel like I haven't made one in a minute. I don't know nothing about that. So, I don't know if you guys, first and foremost, before we start with anything, I wanted to just bring a little attention to this. If you don't know already, I think this is one of the saddest things I've ever seen right here. And it's, Rap the News passed away. Man. So, you guys know on this channel, I play, basically all of his videos. I started at the same time, around the same time as Rap did, and I've always watched him and always just really appreciated, just how real he was, man, and genuine. And this is really sad. Yeah, this is really sad. I actually cried earlier when I found out. That's how much I think of him. His wife did do a video, but I want you to go to the channel yourself and watch it. I don't feel like it's my place to be, to be sharing this one with everybody. His wife, though, did post a video update from Rap's wife. Let me drop the link in the description here for you guys. This is one of the saddest things ever, guys. I'm serious. There you go. Let me drop this in the chat here. Everybody go show some love to Rap the News, man. To his family. I think if they have a link or something to support, everybody should, probably try to help his wife. I bet there's a lot of cost with that and all of that. So everybody should go over to his channel and show some love. Some love to his wife and his family. Because I feel like he was like a true messenger, of God, in my opinion. He showed just exactly what was going on, and he's been on it, for a long time. Always knew what he was talking about when it comes to, Planet X and the scripture in general, really. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad to see somebody like that go, for real. Because what, guys, I mean, how many real people were left? You know? How many real people were left? So anytime, you know, one is taken out of the game, that's... But you know, he's even better now. Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, it doesn't look. I don't want nobody to say anything bad about him, at all, please. But his views and opinions were his, and he catered to people that viewed and had the same opinions as him. You know what I mean? We don't have to agree and believe every single thing. It's not about what we didn't agree on. It's about what we did agree on. You know what I mean? We'll always have differences that make us special. You know? So I think we should just look at a person for their merit and what they've done. And I think what he did spoke for itself. He helped a lot of people. And he stood up against a really powerful force on it by himself. You know what I mean? For years. And rap was always attacked. They were always deleting his channels and all of that. And he fought back, you know. And he stood for something. You know, he stood for something. And I think you can't say much more than just that's an awesome person. Yeah, I loved him too. I thought he was awesome, yeah. Alright, let's, they probably attacked him. I don't know. I don't want to speculate or anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened, honestly. You know how they are. Seriously. It's ridiculous. Let's take a look here, guys. Really wild shit tonight. Right here, start off with the current doomsday clock, official time today. I seen a video that inspired me to go over here to the DEF CON and the doomsday clock and just take a look and see what they got everything set as. Right here you can see up the rip here. This is the current doomsday clock official time today. 100 seconds to midnight. 100 seconds to midnight on the doomsday clock. I wonder why that is, y'all. I wonder why the official doomsday clock is at 100 seconds to midnight. Does anybody got that feeling like it's about to be shit hit the fan, or is that just me? Is that just me? You know, like, when you look around right now, they're not even hiding the fact that they're preparing to just depopulate the whole fucking bunch of us. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, think about it. Think about it. Every news article I pull up anymore is about this country or that country deploying, you know, ships here, nuclear bombs, ballistic missiles here, hundreds of thousands of troops. And they're orchestrating the whole thing right under everyone's noses. People don't learn from history. World War I and World War II, that wasn't the world war that you thought it was. Neither one. By world war, they mean that they attacked the world and culled down the populations in those two wars. By world war, it means on the people of the world. That's who the war is on. Every time. Every time. They don't even change the tactics. We keep falling for the same stuff over and over and over again. I don't know what it is. But it almost feels like, and you know, you can take this however you will, it almost feels like we have to be in a simulation at this point, guys. I mean, honestly, we have to be in a simulation. There's no way that this many damn people around us can be this oblivious to fucking everything. I mean, there's no fucking way. I mean, the stuff is so in your face, and I know brainwashing, mind control It's powerful stuff. Witchcraft, it's powerful stuff. God knows I've had a lot of it launched off on me, over the years. It's powerful stuff, and it can make you think things that aren't true, and make your reality really shifted and shaped to the perception of the person that's hexing you or casting the spell using the magic. But guys, it's like beyond that. It's beyond that. I feel like most of the people right now are incapable of seeing the truth. They're incapable. And this strong delusion that is sent to them, remember, is because you hate the truth, I'm going to send you a strong delusion causing you to believe the lie. Well, look at the lie right now. The lie is the whole agenda. C-19, all of it. To the point they've hit you with like 5 fucking waves piggybacking this shit over 2 years. And they've got people so upside down and backwards that they literally believe that just because it's on a television, just because a person says it, that's what is real. That's what is real. And see, they build their whole lives, and I was just talking to somebody about this earlier too. See, we just assume because we're told something, we're shown something, we just assume that that's true and real, right? Somebody tells you that a person is a certain way, or a situation, a circumstance is a certain way, or your perception of the world. They tell you the world is a certain way, and this is the way things are. This is what's happening right now, right? And you just accept it. You don't question it. You don't doubt it. You don't weigh and measure anything. You just accept it because it's authority that has told you this. Well, the government said it was this way. My teacher said it was this way. So we yield our judgment, right? We yield it. We're like, okay, critical thinking turned off. I'll just take it. Whatever it is you got to say, I'll believe it. Nobody's even allowed to doubt it, or they're crazy, or, they're off for questioning this singular voice that seems to permeate the entire planet for control and domination and oppression over the people, right? They're all connected one way or another. Doesn't matter if it's corporations, governments, unelected officials and all of that. It doesn't matter. They're all together. You can tell there is a spirit behind it. There is a spirit behind it. And it's a very dark and oppressive and constrictive force. And this is what I'm talking about with the Great Conjunction. Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. It was very, very symbolic of something that was taking place here on the earth. Not just in the heavens. Remember, as above, so below. We're the reflection of that up there. Right? So when we seen Jupiter usurp Saturn, when we seen that happen, that signified the rising, of the light, of the shining ones, of justice. So the scales are balancing now. Right? Or tipping, depending on how you look at it. It means we're going to pay the cost of our actions, no matter what we do. It's almost like instant karma, right? Because there's no veil of forgetfulness in all of this anymore, right? It's going away. Because the strong delusion has already been deployed on the people, because we're so deep into mankind's tribulation. We're just, it's like there's no way. It's like there's no way to get people to see that everything that we're doing, the energy is amplified and coming immediately back to us. Remember when I describe it like the thunder to the lightning, the light and the sound, spirit being light, flesh, physical, body being sound? You can watch a thunderstorm. I used to do this as a kid. And every time it would thunder, you would count 1,000, 2 1,000, right? And you'd be able to tell when the lightning strikes, right, how many miles away that storm is, right, by how high you can count. And as they got closer, the lightning and the thunder got closer. They'd almost crack at the same time, right, because light travels faster than sound. So the light strikes first, and then the sound tries to catch up. That's what we're in right now. The spirit is already played out. The spiritual realm, we see it in the heavens first, and then it plays out down here, right? It's already playing out. And we're so close to the point that the spirit's already finished this story that we're living in called reality. The spirit's already told the story. It's already did the story. We've already lived it out in the spiritual realm. And the physical is so close to catching up now that there's no delay in the movement of the energies back and forth, right? We know that we carry like karma with us. Everything we give, we receive, no matter how we do it, right? However we shape and create and aim our own particular energy is what we effectively, or we can actually affect, right? So if we choose to align ourselves with certain thoughts, with certain, whether they're positive or negative, and we align our speech, our intention, and all of these things, we're in alignment, we're in balance, and we're really powerful because we're able to focus our energy onto things to manifest them, to attract them, to alter them if we want to. So when we do bad, when we make poor decisions, when we harm other people, it comes back at us immediately and amplified because the energy is so intense right now. There is a giant polarity gap, like an extreme polarity of good and evil right now. Right? We've never seen good this good. Right? We've never seen the light shine this bright in human history, I don't think, in my opinion. We've never seen the light where there is light shine so bright. People are up against something really fucked up, really screwy, and the odds are stacked against us in every possible direction, yet there's still people that are willing to love. There's still people that are willing to stand up and oppose any type of constricting, condemning, oppressing force, right? Anything that would seek to enslave us or violate our free will, there's still people right now that to me it's like modern day heroes. Whenever we look at the Bible and the old tales of these prophets and all this, I think we're witnessing it right now. We're witnessing it right now being written again. Or maybe it's an old story repeating now. Who knows? Right? Maybe, and this is what's so fucked up about time and so screwy about time. We think that time is linear and all of this because that's how we, our field of perception, and that's how we experience it, right? But in truth, time is like a cycle, a circle. So there's really no time at all, right? Where it starts, it also ends. So it never ends. It's infinite. It's like a paradox. So who's to say that we're not writing the end or the end that's been written? We're just living it out right now, right? We're writing the end right now. All the story from the past seem to apply to the last days, now, the end times, tribulation. All the prophecies of the future seem to apply. And I feel like it's all just this moment. Right? This moment we find ourselves in now. Everything has culminated into this moment. This is whatever is happening here to humanity. We are at the peak. We're at the precipice of whatever it is that we're doing on this level of consciousness, this level of experience in this reality. Whatever it is getting ready to take place too. I can tell you that as well. I feel like people are being prepared for harvest on both sides of the spectrum. Some people are being taken, on both sides of the spectrum. we find ourselves at a tricky time too. Because right now, as they shift into like these new laws, these new mandates, and all of this shit, man, they're gonna make your life damn near impossible. They're gonna make your life damn near impossible. And I mean, we're gonna have to get very creative too on how we move forward. How we're able to go around all the traps that they're setting for us. Well, rock on, dude. Hell to the yeah. This just drains you, and you say, "This just drains me, and it's hard to stay positive." You pray constantly. Well, hell yeah, man. And we have to. Right? And it's not always. And I feel like people get stuck on the positivity thing, too. You don't always have to be positive. That's not genuine. That's not real. That's not true. We all have highs and lows. That's what this reality is. The duality. It's the experience of positive and negative. It's the experience of high and low. Right? So we can't, don't allow it to fuck you up that you get down even though it's hard, right? Like everybody hates, getting down and allowing things to affect them, but we need it. We need it. It stimulates our growth and allows us to slingshot, basically, up higher each time, man. You have to descend in order to ascend, right? And there's a lot of cycles that we go through when we're activated or we're experiencing ascension. In my opinion, there's lots of these purges, these moments where we're faced with darkness and we have to transmute it or give it away, this energy that we have. Yeah, well, somebody has been helping me with shadow work on the negative stuff. Like, really cool stuff. I don't know a lot about it, actually, but basically they were telling me, like, how to walk through in my mind to, the point where, say something's bothering you, right? You remember the first time that you ever had that feeling or whatever. And you interact with the thought in like this really healing way, It's really cool. I don't want to sit and go through all of it, but the shadow work, stuff like that, I think that's cool. And that's what we're here to learn how to do, is to master both sides, the light and the darkness, right? The light and the darkness. And I think a lot of people want to push the darkness to the side. I do. I try to cram the darkness down, and then it comes, I vomit it out, basically, right? And that darkness comes pouring out, and you're faced with it, And it's our fear of rejection, our fear of dying, our fear of whatever it is, right? Anything, our fear of being alone, humanity's fear of not being accepted. We've got a million different fears that drive us in our lives, and these are the attachments that, kind of hold us to the world. Some people like things and money and sex and just all these different things. Anything that can be used to dominate you, to rule you, right, is an attachment you don't need. And that's what they're doing to the people right now. They've strategically gotten the masses to attach to all of these different ways of life. And through this kind of meticulous process of taking those things away and isolating those things and making them very systematically distributed, to where like they control the air, the water, the fuel, the energy. They control everything now. And it's like, we got you hooked on, the IV of our way of life, right? The gravy train here. And now when we take it away, we can get you to capitulate and do anything that we say, because you'll do anything to maintain that life. You'll do anything to survive, because we've taken your ability to survive yourself away from you, right? They put the people on this drip, this IV, right, from God government. And you can tell that that's how this goes. Anybody who challenges government now, they've developed the ability to be able to put you on a domestic terrorist list, or and what's crazy is I don't think a lot of people know this, dude. This administration will smoke you, dude. Like, previous administrations, I'm sure they would too. But this one's they're going after people. I've never seen nothing this out in the open and this aggressive. Anybody not with the jab? The whole January 6th Capitol shit, you guys know what's up with that. I've showed you that in my videos, right? I've showed you exactly what's up with that. It's bullshit, right? So they created this event to be able to attack the citizens, is what they've done. They set up the very movement, the MAGA bullshit. They set up the movement to get you involved, then controlled all the media influence through it, through YouTube and, mainstream media. They controlled all the media influence and brainwashed you, okay? And once you got good and brainwashed by it, then they create the false flag event to actually target you for it and kill you because you did it. Then they create the committees out of more lies to be able to target you and track you, and then they create these laws and to be able to incarcerate you or do anything they want to you. And it's like, wow. Off of something they created in the first place to brainwash you into. That way you'd be confident about your views so they could target you and kill you for it. How crazy is that? You see wherein lies the problem? The fact that you let them influence your thoughts to start with. That's where you came up short. That's the key to a psychological warfare operation right there. Whenever they break out the mind control psych tactics on you, do not engage. There's no right way to play one of those games, guys. And I'm just telling you, every time you try to play one of their games, you lose. Both sides. It's just an illusion of choice. They're always leading you to the same place. Thank you. Thank you. They call it help. They can call it whatever the fuck they want to call it, but we all know what it really is. Indentured servitude. Right? Socialism. I mean, it's got a few different names. Yeah. What do you think they're going to do after the cataclysms? They're going to have people in the streets begging for shit. I once was told years ago, they said, oh, sorry, my nose is stuffed up, obviously. I once heard a person tell me that whenever the cataclysm, and this is like somebody that was like in the CIA and stuff, they said when the cataclysms came, that they wouldn't have to force people to take a mark, to take, we know what the mark is now, to take a mark, that when the time came that the cataclysms and the collapse of society would be so destructive and so terrifying to people that, have clung on to civilization, right? Still waiting on, the old normal to return, those people. That they wouldn't have to be asked or forced to do anything. That they would be crawling on their hands and knees and begging to take the mark. That's the kind of plan they have set up for us. That's the degradation of our, societal structure they have planned. That's why they created such, the monopoly on everything to create this interconnected system. That way when you pull one domino out, the whole fucking thing collapses, right? It's like a house of cards. It's a pyramid scheme. Imagine that, right? Our government's a pyramid scheme. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. Huh. We will all be fine. No, there's no fear. There's no fear. Sorry about that. I have no fear of none of this. I know what it's really for. Okay? It's to stimulate our growth. To stimulate our growth. I've talked about this before. We're like a seed in the soil, and we need the darkness, and we need the stress, right? Because that acts as the antagonist to stimulate our growth. And we fight, and we claw, and we finally reach the light, and we bloom, and we blossom. And that's what's happening right now. We're almost out of the mud. We're almost out of the mud, and we're getting ready to step fully into the light. When this light shines, how bright it's going to shine in this world compared to this other, this extreme polarity, right? This extreme darkness on the other side. It's going to shine so bright that they'll put it out. That's what they'll do. It's going to be that noticeable because of how dark the world is. Like, they're not going to want it to exist because it's going to be that amazing. It is that amazing already. Check it out. DEFCON level warning system. See what the latest DEFCON is. DEFCON 3. DEFCON level warning system. Private U.S. intelligence gathering informative organization. Current DEFCON level today, 3. Let's see the raised alerts. We can see them. And DEFCON level warning system. The current DEFCON level today, 2022. Here, let's go here. And it's DEFCON 3. The current DEFCON level overall is now at DEFCON 3, as there is a raised CENTCOM due to a U.S. drone strike on a vehicle near Benish, and a raised EUCOM level due to the United States activating an artillery compound in Europe as Russia amasses troops and artillery near the Ukrainian border, and raised AFRICOM level due to ongoing conflict in Ethiopia. If the current DEFCON level changes from the level it is at now, it will be reflected on the alert status above. And regional news pages where you can also find current DEFCON levels, blah, blah, blah. Wow, dude. How about that? Pretty fucking crazy, right? Everybody's got their DEFCON level raised right now, dude. That is nuts, actually. That is nuts. Let's take a look at some of these current levels here. Check this out. And there's a lot of military shit happening right now, guys, for real. Retired general warns the U.S. military could lead a coup after the 2024 election. This is out of NPR. I'm going to drop the link in the chat if you guys want to check it out. But check this, dude. You guys may remember that I was talking about this, that they're not going to lead a coup at the 2024 election. I think they're going to lead a coup very soon, like in the immediate future. Like it's already actually happened. Alright? And that Trump was actually the infiltrator through the intelligence, right? The Jesuit bullshit. Like, Trump was probably the CIA or FBI coup d'etat. Like, honestly. And the intelligence services, that's what the whole thing was, the theater of them, acting like he wasn't, they wanted to get him out of there and all of that. Well, and Trump started, the poke too as well, warp speed. He's brought in all the agendas that are in now. Biden's just executed them after Trump brought them in. And Trump went on the piggyback of Obama, who broke all the rules loose so Trump could come in and blow it all up. I mean, and Bush fucking set all of us up so Obama could do what he did with the, surveillance state. They're all in it together, right? They're all in it together. And here's the sad thing, though. I think when they knock the grid down, we are gonna see an overthrow of the government. I told you, I believe Joe Biden will be occupied. You guys will see him and they'll say that he's under military protection. They might even take him out. They might even take him out, guys. Seriously. In the Bible, there's many stories where the leader gets killed and then the Babylon-esque country gets ran through. Well, no one has the right to rule over anyone. You're right. All the world is a stage. The world was watching. I tell you what, though, I'm just keeping it real with you, man. I think and I heard a fucking boom today, guys. Jesus, man, I'm telling you, I've never heard a boom so loud in my life. I thought an asteroid hit. I don't know what the hell it was. I think it was hopefully it was like a mill where I live, but Jesus, dude. I'm telling you, and there's about to be like new meteor showers and everything. Check this out, though. As the anniversary of the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol approaches, 3 retired U.S. generals have warned that another insurrection could occur after the 2024 presidential election and that the military could instigate it. The generals, Paul Eaton, Antonio Tagua, and Stephen Anderson, made their case in a recent Washington Post op-ed. In short, we are chilled to the bones on the thought of a coup succeeding next time, and he wrote. What in the fuck, dude? You gotta be kidding me, guys. So, see, man, look, already was. Look, when they tell you that there was an insurrection at the Capitol, do you not understand that they're not talking about the fucking actors they paid to go out there and do all that? Right? They brought in 30,000 troops. The insurrection was a government that was already in there. Do you see what I'm saying? Before Trump left office, he brought his fucking Nazi socialist shit in there, right? By occupying the Capitol so Biden could just take it and run with it. Like, he set all the people up that fucking voted for him. People are so ridiculously naive to think that, anybody in that office is on your side. This has all been the plan, 3 retired generals and military must prepare now for a 2024 insurrection. And if they tell you the rules to it, wait and see what it says, what they have to do for the insurrection. They've done all of it now. So they're ready to overthrow. Deadly insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. Alright, in short, our military strengths that it draws from diverse populations, a collection of individuals, all with different beliefs and backgrounds, but without constant maintenance, and potential for a military breakdown mirroring societal or political breakdown is very real. The signs of potential turmoil in our armed forces are there. On January 6th, a number of veterans and active duty members of the military took part in the attack on the Capitol. More than 1 in 10 of those charged in the attacks had a service record. A group of 124 retired military officials under the name Flag Officers for America released a letter echoing Donald Trump's false attacks and the legitimacy of our election, which you can guarantee that that's the FBI or CIA, okay? Ran by them just like the Proud Boys was. The Proud Boys, it came out that the leader was an FBI informant. Come on, man. They got set up because it's all set up. Recently, what the fuck happened here? And the real question is, does everybody understand who the duly elected president is? And if that is not clear cut understanding, that can infect the rank and file at any level of the U.S. military. And we saw it happen when 124 retired generals and admirals signed a letter contesting the 2020 election. We're concerned about that. We're interested in seeing mitigating measures supplied to make sure that our military is better prepared for a contested election should that happen in 2024. How worried on a scale of 1 to 10? I see it as a low probability, high impact. I hesitate to put a number on it, but it's an eventuality that we need to prepare for. In the military, we do a lot of wargaming to ferret out what might happen. You may have heard of Transition Integrity Project that occurred about 6 months before the last election. We played 4 scenarios, and what we did not play is the U.S. military compromised. Not to the degree that the United States is compromised today. As far as 39% of the Republican Party is refusing to accept President Biden as president, but a compromise nonetheless. So we advocate that the particular scenario needs to be addressed in a future war game hold still in advance of 2024. You gotta be fucking kidding me, y'all. Wow. Hold on. I'm gonna pull that up too. Transition. You guys remember I covered that. These exercises for this fucked up election and all of that. I covered that. What's the name of it again? Transition Project. Yeah, Transition Integrity Project. Right here, I think. We need the PDF here. Preventing a disrupted presidential election and transition. We're going to look into this and see, check out 1 or 2 scenarios, and we could see how some of this kind of will pan out. You see all the DEFCON warnings and all that, the doomsday clock, they've got all that shit adjusted. Now let's take a look here. Where was I at? Prepare for what? Right-wing U.S. dictatorship before 2030, scholar urges Canada. I mean, do you see this shit, guys? Notice how, like, it's 2 left wings is what it actually is, and one's parading around as the right. But they're both the same fucking thing. They're both fucking socialist sacks of shit. EU drafts plan to label gas and nuclear investments as green. Remember, the green agenda, right? Build back better 666. Green in the Greek means to be in compliance, right? Green passport, green zones, green agendas, and now green nuclear, right? How great. How great. Everything, the green horse is what it's all for, actually. And see this shit? Capital Ryan, my ass. Lost my spot, guys. Hold on. The world is such a lie. Yeah, I know. Case surge is altering daily life across the U.S. Things will likely get worse, experts warn. Dude, I'm telling you, they're telegraphing this shit so hard right now. They're telling you, like, things are about to be terrible because we're doing it. The U.S. is ringing in the new year amid a C-19 surge, experts warn, is exploding at unprecedented speed and could alter daily life for many Americans during the first month of 2022. Omicron is truly everywhere. Dr. Megan Ranney, a professor of emergency medicine at Brown University School of Public Health, told CNN on Friday night, quote, "What am I so worried about over the next month or so? That is, our economy is going to shut down. Not because of policies from the federal government or from the state governments, but rather because so many of us are ill. Say, what? Is that true? You know, I know a stat where 90%, 80 to 90% of a population did something. Do you guys know what that is? So I wonder why most people are ill. If 90% of a population did something, what's the common denominator of 90% of the population doing? What did all of them do that would make all of them ill? Right? And what's the denominator between the people that didn't do it and why they're not ill? You know, you'd be the judge. Read between the lines. The nation broke records at least 4 times this week for its 7-day average of new C-19 cases, reporting an all-time high of more than 386,000 new daily infections Friday, according to the latest data from Johns Hopkins University. The high case count is already causing disruptions in the country. In New York City, the Metropolitan Transportation Authority is plagued with staffing issues and announced 3 subway lines, B, Z, and W, which service various parts of the boroughs, have been suspended. What? Wonder what's up with that, dude. They're bringing out that new law, too, A416 or whatever. You know, I showed you guys that, where, you know, they can lock you away if you're contagious to other people and make you do all types of terrible things when they get you there. You know? Not looking good, guys, on the front of this shit right now. Here we go. I see this low probability, high impact. I hesitate to put a number on it, but it's an eventuality that we need to prepare for. In the military, we do a lot of wargaming to ferret out what might happen. You may have heard of the Transition Integrity Project that occurred about 6 months before the last election. We played 4 scenarios. And what we did not play is a U.S. military compromised. Not to the degree that the United States is compromised today. As far as 39% of the Republican Party refused to accept Biden as president, but a compromise nonetheless, blah, blah, blah. And can the Pentagon leadership handle it? I'm a huge fan of Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, a huge fan of the team that he has put together, and the uniformed military under Joint Chief of Staff Chairman General Mark Miley. They're just superb. And I am confident that the best men and women in the U.S. and in our military will be outstanding. I just don't want the doubt that has compromised or infected the greater population of the United States to infect our military. Wow. Who wrote this fucking article? Sucking dick, ain't they? Right? Like, I think this, you know, the same guy that said that he would call China and let them know if we were going to attack them. Fucking crazy. What should the military do? And see, they've turned against the population. They've turned against the population. Instead of saying the population wants change and are demanding change, they've criminalized everybody who disagrees with them. They've criminalized it. And you know what? Whoever does take control of the United States and, you know, gets it destroyed, I don't think we've seen anything. Once this whole coup d'etat shit, you know, rolls all the way out, yeah, I don't think we've seen anything. I think the government will go super crazy. Like, you know, camps, black bagging people, the whole nine. They're already pulling it out now. You know, and I think they need something. You know, and there could be this battle between intelligence agencies and military as well right now. A struggle to see who takes control of our federal government. But either way, we're sold out. You know, we're sold out to our enemies. There's no restoring this place. We're gonna see the collapse of the United States in our lifetime for sure. For sure, probably in the next year or so. You know, if not sooner. Not sooner. People don't get it. They don't get it. You know, the Bible says that they would basically have the attitude of Babylon's the richest, Babylon has the biggest military, they can't be beat type shit. Well, they went to a lot of trouble for a lot of years to cripple this country. Piece by piece, little by little. Oh, and I did want to bring up something. I got a new hoodie. Just saying. Putting it out there. You can get a hoodie too, if you want. I like this one. So, got this from, Spreadshirt there. Alright. What should the military do? I had a conversation with somebody about my age, and we were talking about civics lessons and liberal arts education and development of the philosophical underpinnings of the U.S. Constitution. I believe that bears to reteach to make sure that each and every 18-year-old American truly understands the Constitution of the United States, how we got there, how we developed it, and where our forefathers wanted us to understand years down the road. That's an important bit of education that I think that we need to readdress. Yeah, they're going to re-educate them and change the fucking meaning of it to something totally different than what it means, right? They're making it sound like, yeah, we need to school everybody on the Constitution. Yeah, they're going to show you how outdated it is and how it needs to be altered and changed and, all this shit, man. They're going to pull some bullshit with it. This is what they do. They normalize the shit first, right? They do the predictive programming, all this, and then once they start to do these things, they slowly acclimate you to it. They show it to you first, and then they do it, Then they do it. And we're almost there. We're almost there. Right here. Strange sounds. See if we can get this to pop up here. Dangerous to start 2022. Risk of tornadic storms in the southeast U.S. Arctic cold front in Texas. Winter storms leave thousands of Oklahomans without power. Dude, it's raining fucking fish in Texas. Hold on, where's it at here? Let me show you this. This is crazy, dude. Never seen nothing like this before. Raining fish in Texas. Yeah, and climate change may require us to rethink global security, by the way. Yeah. Just great. Where is that here? Oh my gosh. Hopefully I didn't lose everybody. If I did, I apologize. You guys let me know if I lost everybody or not. Please let me know. Did I lose everyone? Everybody let me know if I lost you or not. Alright, did it start a new video? Did it start a new video? Okay, thank you. I came back, cool. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what the hell is going on, guys. Seriously. Don't know what the fuck is going on. It's like disconnected and shit, so I don't know. Hopefully it stays good. I guess I'm still on here. If you can, guys, go on again. I know. I'm sorry. It should be back now. You should be back. You should be good to go now. It looks like it's fine now. I don't know what the hell is going on. It's my network adapter. I lost a lot of people. Please. Alright, looks like we're back. Sorry, guys. New internet virus? Well, I need to fix something with my computer and the internet to actually get, a stable connection, because it's been screwing up ever since I got a new computer. So I'm trying to raise money for it. Donate support. Is Earth an oddball? One of the strangest things in the cosmos might be us. Among thousands of planets confirmed to be in orbit around other stars, we found nothing quite like our home planet. Other planets in Earth's size range? Sure, by the bushel. Good now? Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. The wobble method, radical velocity, traces a subtle back and forth motion. And speaking of the wobble method, where's this at here? Let me not try to open everything at once. See if that helps. Russia test fires new hypersonic Zircon missile from frigate and submarine. Come on, you piece of shit. Yeah, guys, I'm really... This is crazy. And China harvests masses of data on Western targets, documents show. China is turning a major part of its internal internet data surveillance network outward, mining Western social media, including Facebook and Twitter, to equip its government agencies, military, and police with information of foreign targets, according to a Washington Post review of hundreds of Chinese bidding documents, contracts, and company filings. How crazy is that? China maintains a countrywide network of government data surveillance services called public opinion analysis software that were developed over the past decade and are used domestically to warn officials of politically sensitive information online. The software primarily targets China's domestic internet users and media, but a post-review of bidding documents and contracts for over 300 Chinese government projects since the beginning of 2020 include orders for software designed to collect data on foreign targets from sources such as Twitter, Facebook, and Western social media. That's crazy. The document's publicly accessible through domestic government bidding platforms. Also shows that the agencies, including state media, propaganda departments, police, military, and cyber regulators, are purchasing new or more sophisticated systems to gather data. These include 320,000 Chinese state media software programs that monitor Twitter, Facebook, and create a database of foreign journalists and academics. $260,000 Beijing police intelligence program that analyzes Western chatter on Hong Kong and Taiwan, and a cyber center to Xinjiang, home of most of China's Uyghur population, that catalogs the mainly Muslim minority group's language content abroad. Wow. Now we can better understand the underground network of anti-China personnel, said a Beijing-based analyst. I would love to see these documents, guys. Let's see if we can find them. Let's see if we can find them. Yeah, of course we're not going to put the link up here. they targeted propaganda and censorship. Let's try this. Let's see. Military power report. Let's see if we can find something on this. I would like to. I apologize. I got a stuffy nose bag, guys. I was in the rain. Yeah, they're handing it over to China, yeah. Military security developments, including the People's Republic of China. Yeah, but you know what? You can say it's fear all you want. It is fear, but they're collecting data on you, dude. I told you that they were going to use each other's military to invade, did I not? So why do they need data on the dissidents in America? You understand? There's a reason why. Thank you for the super chat, Nicole. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Why do they need the data on the domestic terrorist in the United States? Why do they want to know who they are? Why would that matter one fucking iota? Why would they put resources into finding that out? You get it yet? I told you they're taking each other's militaries to invade each other's countries. And they'll all through their government watch list and shit. And now look, I'm just trying to keep it real with you. They're coming for every last one of us. And if you ain't kicking it in the bunker with them, you know, you're on the list. Probably. Especially if you watch me. Especially if you watch me. Thousands without power. Potentially dangerous start to 2022 is underway. After closing out 2021 with multiple high-end severe weather events during the month of December, January seems to be picking up right where December left off. The severe threat will occur during the first weekend of 2022, with bulks of the activity expected Saturday night. The threats include thunderstorms with high winds, hail, flashing flood, and even tornadoes. Incidents of flooding are also anticipated in areas where thunder and lightning do not occur. Unfortunately, some of the same locations which had devastating tornadoes just 3 weeks ago may have to deal with severe thunderstorms once again on Saturday. This includes western portions of Kentucky and Tennessee as well as Arkansas. You see the little thunderstorms here. You know, most people believe that was a weapon, is what they used on these people, so attacking private farms and shit, guys. It's that simple. They don't want you to be able to take care of yourself any way, shape, or form, or to be able to do anything apart from them, or to help anyone else. They hate that more than anything, you know, that we have the ability to take care of ourselves or to help each other. They hate it. They're trying to put a stop to it so you only have them to depend on. Then you'll have to do what they say. See here, pics from the NWS survey submission of Newton County, Georgia tornado earlier this evening. Near Salem Brown Bridge Road. Been ruled a tornado. Probably DEW. And they're doing everything because of this. This is why they're making the move now, because they know, the destroyer's in the sky and it's getting ready to make its move. Yep. There it is. There it is. I don't know if these are like a lens or what the fuck that is, but it looks round. And even if this is like some type of lens or whatever, you can see something on both sides too. I mean, very obvious right now. They're not playing games, guys. They're not playing games. They gotta keep people in the dark on this shit as long as they can. They don't want you to move from the coast. They don't want you on high ground. They don't want you with access to their military bases underground. They don't want none of that. The movies always show them doing some type of lottery or something. Like they're going to let everybody into the tunnels and shit. Yeah, right. No lottery. They've got all the people they want for their tunnels. I'm sure of it. But you got to ask yourself, if you were invited into the deep underground military bases for some doomsday event, some asteroid impact or world war, would you go? Would you go? If you got invited into the deep underground military base, they said you and your family could go, would you do it? Would you do it? Leave a comment below. Let me know. Would you do it? No, that white light sun is not the one we had before. Sherry Monday says no. Sally Puller says no. Skip Wingate, probably not. You would go with a strap of dynamite. Russell Brand covered the underground bunkers for Rich. I like Russell Brand. I like watching. No way. Yeah, you'd rather be above ground taking your chances? Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying if you got offered a spot, and they said, hey, you could come down here, bring your family, your wife, your kids, whatever, right? You'll have safety. When all of this takes place, we'll protect you. We got a military, we got all the food and water, we got fresh air. We're 100 stories underground. We got a tunnel system all the way across the world. But you know what it would lead to, though. Because they would say the only way you can come is if you, maybe they wouldn't. Maybe you would be on that upper echelon of people, and if you got invited down there, they would say, no, we don't do that down here. That's just for the people on the surface. But I'm sure they'd hook you up with a neural lace of some type, to make sure they could control you. They just probably wouldn't want to turn you into a bioweapon, because that would affect all of them. They will die too, yes they will. Yes they will. Company you keep. They need people in dumps to take blood from them. What? When food runs out, then they will eat you first. Yeah. Don't want to die underground meat either. Yeah. Trust me, the whom that all know now are pissed. What do you mean by that? Yeah, if they want to inject you with shit, then hell no. Yeah, they would. I think they would. Well, I don't know if they'd want to give you the same thing they give to the masses, but I bet they'd want to put a neural lace on you. That way you could... They'd tell you it was too dangerous to go back up on the surface. And that, I think they're going to use avatars, underground. Like a virtual world. Who knows? This could have already happened, and this is how we're living in a fucking simulation right now. We might be down there already. You know what I mean? With the headsets on. It's crazy. Don't trust them. Trust their plan. They got a seat for you. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That's what I think too, Lou Vegas. I think that whatever happens to this world, they're going to die too, even underground. When the poles start shifting, do you really want to be in a deep underground military base? You know what I mean? When continents are going to rise and fall, do you want to be underneath one of them? I don't. I don't. They will drown. Yeah, I agree. Right? Illusion within illusion. Yeah, it could have happened already. No squirt for you? Pure blood? That sounds a little weird, but okay. What? Oh, thank you if you did that. That's awesome of you. You guys are awesome, man. I appreciate all of you. Sorry, guys. I wasn't trying to be a filthy fuck, but just the way I see things sometimes or hear things, it just. I don't know. I'm tired. I stayed up basically most of the night last night. So, but look, climate change requires a global security rethink. I promise I'll hit you with a harder hitting show tomorrow after I'm recovered. The past month, rich countries made it very clear that the least developed and under-resourced nations, the ones most vulnerable to extreme climate impacts, but the least responsible for global warming that generated them, are on their own. The United Nations brokered climate talks in Glasgow. Both the United States and the European Union blocked efforts to boost climate disaster funding and create a facility providing financial support to victims of climate disasters. Maldives Environment Minister, in response, whose country faces submersion from sea level rise this century, rightly cried foul, noting that Glasgow Climate Pact was not only not in line with the urgency and scale required, but that the pact's promises will be too late for Maldives. By ignoring the growing climate disaster needs of our least developed nations, the U.S. and EU have tens of millions across the globe, if not more, in immediate and increased peril. Climate refugees and climate displaced populations now comprise a majority of those seeking safe harbor within wealthier nations like the U.S. 90% of refugees under the mandate of the UN Refugees Agency are from countries on the front lines of the climate crisis. 70% of displaced populations are from the same environment with climate-related disasters, displacing 3 times as many people as conflict last year. But there's a paradox, as the U.S. and EU refuse to fully cover their responsibilities for what's called loss and damage in their least developed countries, to simultaneously name climate-related threat multipliers in their well-funded defense policies. Wow. See, now tell me they would have saved the world, guys. They're saying, no, we're not offering you money to, fix the destruction. Hell no. Let it collapse. We need it to collapse so we can be kings of the ashes. All 3 defense agencies recognize the need to respond to growing security risks and threats from climate-related disaster and displacement. And all 3 defense agencies are readying the resilience of their missions and installations while committing to decarbonizing their fleets. Climate change is going to bring more safety and security, right? Just like the war on drugs, just like the war on terror, just every one of them, the invisible enemy. This is going to be another way to keep you safe and sound. Another way, because you're not able to critically think, or you're not able to take care of yourself. They've made it that way, so they need to make sure that they keep you in line. You should be thanking them, guys. That's what you should be doing. You should be thanking them for how much they love you. How much they love you. They're willing to take care of you. Comets may have heads, may be green, but never their tails. Study finds. Yeah, who gives a shit? Comets' tails aren't green. Where's this other one here? I want to hit you with that. Hold on. Here we go. It's like every day something new when it comes to the asteroids and the comets and all of this, man. It's a new threat every day. Skyscraper-sized asteroid to zoom past the Earth. A potentially hazardous asteroid more than twice the height of the Empire State Building will make a close encounter with Earth in January, and then will make its next visit for 200 years. The space rock called 7482-1994 PC-1 is expected to whiz by our planet at a close approach of a distance of 0.013 AU on January 18th, Newsweek reported. And that translates to quick, comfortable distance of 1.2 million miles, which is more than 5 times as far from the Earth as the Moon, according to the mag. The asteroid is no slouch, though, at around 3,280 feet in diameter, roughly 2.5 times the height of the iconic Big Apple skyscraper. Jesus, dude. Could you imagine one that's over 3,000 feet hitting the Earth? Oof. That'd be a little rough, right? Landed in the ocean. Maybe somewhere in the Pacific, close to Europe. I bet that would do some damage. Probably devastate the coast of the United States, Florida, New York, If you guys have seen that new movie, on Netflix, what is it, Don't Look Up, with Leonardo DiCaprio. I just watched that, And in that one, it's the same fucking thing. Same story, I believe. I think they have like binary comments in that one. You know, the moon was supposed to hit us and then or something like that. And there's a comet headed towards the Earth. They have 6 months to stop it, just like NASA's PDC, 2021 hypothetical impact scenario. They had 6 months to stop it. And, a few months later, they end up doing the double asteroid redirection test. They try something very similar on this movie, and it fails, right? Like, when they were trying to do it, or it looks like it's going to fail the way they wanted it done. So, you go check it out. I don't want to spoil it for you, but either way, there's like showing the similarities. They go tell the president doesn't give a fuck. I mean, it's just craziness, man. We're in something very similar, I believe. I believe when they show us that's predictive programming. They're trying to put something out there, and create a specific outcome. It will zoom by at about 44,000 miles per hour before venturing off into another solar orbit. Won't come back till 2105. And they also found that the asteroid, the earlier images could date back to September 1974. And I wonder when it was that, was it Pioneer or Voyager, where they sent the mission out towards the Pluto, I think it is, right? I think it's Voyager or Pioneer. They sent it out that way. And I believe that was their first time looking for Planet X, right? NASA, and they had Zachariah and Sitchin. And I've showed you guys the clip before. I think that's the first time. So, and they just showed the study, of the asteroids coming from there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, dude, that's just kind of pointing in the direction that they know a lot more than they're saying. And we're probably in a lot deeper shit than we all know, I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. I feel terrible. I've got a stuffed up nose. I'm tired as hell. No, they couldn't stop nothing. I'm tired as hell. I got a stuffed up nose. I need to get some rest and drink some Alka-Seltzer cold medicine. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate all of you guys for watching. Hey, we're at the start of a new month, start of a new year. We're viewer powered, which means I just don't sell stuff. So please consider donating, supporting to the channel. That's how I keep it all going. That's how I keep me going. And if you appreciate, what I do and the work, and if you get something from it, consider helping out. It would be really cool of you. And you can get access to our Best Damn Fam Live on Discord and all that good stuff. Merch, right? Merch. You should get some merch. You know what I mean? Either way, yeah. Thank you guys. I will feel better. Like I said, I was out in the rain. I went somewhere. So Garlic and Zinc. Yeah. Well, I went out of state and it was raining when I got back. It was raining when I left, and I was out in the rain. So I think that's why. Plus, it's New Year's Eve, you know what I mean? You just stay up all night because, the ball and all that shit. So, yeah. Alright, man. Please hit the thumbs up. Please share this link. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Comment as soon as the video's over. Share the link for me. Hit the like. And, consider supporting. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, Jesus is the truth, the way to life. God bless you all. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Y'all have a happy new year. Peace.
God, don't look down on me. My life has fallen to pieces. Loneliness drowning me. Death brings me true to the secrets. My enemies will die tonight. I think that I will be just fine. Demons converse inside my mind. Thought she would bring an end to my anxiousness. Take my breath away. Painless, I fade to distant waves. Stainless, it breaks my wrist and veins. Pistol place a space inside my brain. Anxiousness, take my breath away. Painless, I fade to distant waves. Stainless, it breaks my wrist and veins. Pistol place a space inside my brain. I don't wanna go to heaven. Everyone up there looks the same. I'll go the opposite direction. I wanna burn in the pit and the flames. I don't wanna go to heaven. Everyone up there looks the same. I'll go the opposite direction. I wanna burn in the